himself holding keys to a black portion. That American pride, he just wanna pour. Shin, product of that environment that he was for. Stin, change course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and 4C, that fork in the road. Listen, mention you wanna roll for a car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on the globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Break forever, forever's not long enough, it's just.
One by the ball's controlled by Boston. Here's a chance from long range and knocks it down.
You know what I love about this kid, Ed? His eyes never once wandered to where the defender was. They stayed fixated right on his target, the basket. That's why he's a prolific shooter.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Marcus Smart. Cantor. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Dragic with it, down 3. Pass taken away by the Celtics. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Jay, sometimes it's not just the heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage that we are South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
For 3, missed it. Dragic into the front court, down by 1 to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler and finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
For 3 and drains it.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Butler to bring it up. Down just a couple. Dragic to Butler. The drive right to the back. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Layup goes down. Well done.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Butler. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 6 now. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball.
Fires the 3. Off the mark. Dragic with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. You've got to get that one to go. From long range. Not that time. He misses. Miami with the basketball. To Waiters. Jimmy Butler with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
tough make through traffic.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
Pass to the rim. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound taken by Olenek. Dragic with it. Leads four. Oh, whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
And Jimmy Butler. Deep two there. Won't go. Screen coming. To Jaylen Brown. Cantor. Fires the three. Miami secures the rebound. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Butler. Dragic to Butler. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Miami. Rejected.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Dragic. Butler for 2. Boston secures the rebound. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the trifecta.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
To Butler. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball was in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And counted at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Butler to bring it up. His guys lead here. Early stages, third quarter. Passed it off. Dion Waiters powers it through.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
He'd have the basketball. To Butler. Takes stock of the floor. Nice pass to get things going.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
To Waiters. And scores at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Celtics have it. To Cantor. And he's going to the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And his Cantor, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Burke with it. His guy's up by 15. To Butler. Great feed. Sets it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lets it fly from long range. Offensive board. Here comes the screen. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Gets a look. Can't hit. Pass stolen by Miami.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
And they call it
a simple touch foul.
Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Butler to Waiters. Has a look. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Flushes it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Butler goes to the left side. To Butler. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First try at the line, no good. No good. Missed them both. Dragic to Butler. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Butler. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Time for some new personnel into the game. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Dragic with the basketball. Up a dozen. Has a chance. Shot won't go. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Dragic with it. It's a 9-point lead.
To
Waiters. Dragic. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Waiters. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Knocked loose. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some work on his side given how they're defending.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all three at the line. It's the Heat with the possession. Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. For three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. Second and three. Got it. Hits all three free throws. Dragic into the front court. Leads one. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Knocked loose. Dragic with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. To Waiters. Screen coming. Wide open look, won't go. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on the drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Waiters. Enes Kanter with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Waiters. Great look and vision. Lays it up and in.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Fires the three. Won't go down. Dragic with it. His guys trail now by 4. Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Deep left corner from long range is good.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Work it down to Brown. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Leaving no doubt, slams it down.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Dragic to Waiters. Here comes the screen. Waiters to Dragic. Five to shoot for Miami. That's no good. And now an intentional foul. So they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one goes down.
Come on.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game. So if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Sealed it, but it's no good. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more...
The Celtics almost let player of the game. Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special. These are the top plays of the game. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in the pen. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, not no vans. Then she telling all her friends. I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, not no vans. Then she telling all her friends. I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't play no games. See these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the and she for the fame. In my range, ooh, get that money to the top, never stop. That work, ooh, but I'm the man. Cuban diamonds dance. I got a friend, I might put it on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know vans. Then she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know vans. Then she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Wait, baby, wait. hop up in this race. No, this not a date. This a cruise, but no debate. Wait, it's getting late. Think it's past 8. To my place, baby. Be like some. Wait, call Jake. Think I need a the face. I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool. Money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she's telling all her friends. I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she's telling all her friends. I might put them on the gram.